The Amazing Spider-Man issue 362 and 363. So this is part of the original or the first Carnage trilogy storyline, where since he first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 361. I do not have that issue with me currently, but I have the other two issues that complete that first arc. And a huge shout out to Classic Comics India, as you can see over here, because I got both these issues from him. I'll have the link to his channel in the description below. You can follow him and support him. And speaking of support and following, you can also follow and support this channel, and I would really appreciate it a lot. So guys, these issues are one of my most prized and favorite positions in my comic book collection, because not only are both these comics in extremely good condition, which I'm frankly very afraid to open because I'm afraid I'll crumple it somewhere, but also because I just love the cover art and the story that's there in both of these issues. I mean, we get Venom finally back in the ASM run after 1 year. We had last seen him in ASM issue 347, where he thought he killed Spider-Man on that island, but now Spider-Man has to go and enlist Venom's help to try and stop Carnage, because Carnage is clearly too powerful. He's a psycho. He's just killing people randomly, and he has no idea how to do this without Venom's help. And so he decides to go and meet Venom, even though he knows that by going and meeting Venom again and making him realize that he's alive, that it would potentially be a big danger to his own life. But there are people's lives at stake, so he does what needs to be done. Taking a look at ASM 362 first, this is in beautiful condition with Mark Bagley artwork. It is so cool to look at this striking yellow background. There's also a second print variant where it had a grey color background, but I prefer this first print because the yellow colors is like really striking and contrasting to these characters. And just look at this beautiful artwork. You have Venom, you have Carnage and Spider-Man, all three of them together in one cover. It's just really cool. Opening up over here, we can see as Spider-Man is traveling with the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four to the island to go and enlist Venom help, and Spidey is explaining to the Human Torch or to Johnny why that's such a horrible idea, but he's just extremely desperate. And you see Venom here has realized that Peter is alive, and he gets back in action, and he uses that sonic gun that he takes from Mr. Reed, but it's not all that effective, which is why he got Johnny, because the symbiote is vulnerable to sound and fire. But Venom is quite strong, so he's able to, he's able to put down Johnny. And as you can see here, Venom is getting ready. He's able to take both Spider-Man and Johnny Storm together. And with Venom's invisibility ability, or the ability to merge with the background, he has a tremendous advantage. Also the fact that he doesn't trigger Spider-Man's spider sense, so he has a lot of advantage over Spider-Man while fighting. And Eddie is hit with a sonic beam from the Fantastic Car by Johnny Storm, and then Peter tries to explain to Venom that there is a spawn of Venom that is wreaking havoc all over the city and just senselessly killing people. As we can see, we have Carnage over here, who's just senselessly wreaking havoc and killing just because he can. And so Venom decides to help because he has a twisted sense of belief of protecting the innocent, and so he decides to partner up with Spider-Man. And then both of them leave from the island, and Venom says that he will help Spider-Man in exchange for the fact that he has to go free, and Spider-Man knows the dangers that comes with this, but still decides to help because, like I said before, he knows the stake, and there are innocent people's lives who are put on the line because of Carnage's madness. And you see the three of them in one frame here finally. So they both lunge at Carnage, and Carnage is not phased at all because he's clearly stronger, because each symbiote's spawn is much more stronger than its predecessor. So Venom was already strong because he had strength from Spider-Man, and Eddie Brock is muscular himself. Now Carnage has both of that and his own strength, augmenting the craziness of Cletus Cassidy. So he is a lot stronger and a lot more crazier. As you can see, both of them have trouble trying to just keep up with Carnage, who has made his next target to be J. Jonah Jameson. Continuing with the ASM 363, an amazing cover again, beautiful in condition, no creases or anything, which is why I'm again very scared to hold all of this in my hands. But beautiful cover art with the three of them, all their heads, the big heads on the cover, the big three over here. And this seems like something that you would ideally find on a t-shirt that is commonly worn by fans. It's just beautiful. Just seeing this, I get the animated series theme song going around in my head. So we pick up from where we left up with Carnage at the Daily Bugle, who's there to kill J. Jonah Jameson. and Spider-Man and Venom are running fast to the Daily Bugle because they figured he would be there, because they saw the markings that Carnage had left on the newspaper, realizing that he is going to be his next target. And they reach the Bugle. And obviously the Bugle wants to call the police because they see Venom there, but Spider-Man says he needs his help and he'll be responsible for his actions. So you see this iconic panel over here of thumbs up. So they are swinging through the city trying to find Carnage. Now before this, when Venom first found Carnage, he was able to feel their symbiotic presence, but Carnage soon learned that and blocked that ability. So now they're having to run through, and Spider-Man realizes that Carnage likes to make a statement, and he sees a poster for a concert and just has a hunch that probably Carnage will go there to make a public announcement to just wreak havoc and spread that chaos, which is kind of what you see in the Maximum Carnage series, and another amazing storyline that was written by Marvel back then. So both Venom and Spider-Man make it to the concert to save J. Jonah Jameson over there, and they track him to the underground tunnel. But Carnage is clearly a whole lot stronger. As you can see here, Venom tries to throw a solid punch, but Carnage just stops it like as if it's nothing. This reminds me of that scene from Civil War where Bucky throws a punch and Spider-Man just catches it with ease. See, Spider-Man punches Carnage into the electric rails. He gets electrocuted, but that does nothing to him. And then Spider-Man uses the speakers that is there and increases the volume, seeing the fact that both of the symbiotes are vulnerable to sound. And since Carnage's symbiote is still a newborn and still young, its tolerance and resistance levels to Sonic is not as strong as Venom's, and Spider-Man tells that he will soon turn it down, but Venom, who's still very angry at Spider-Man, wants to kill him, lunges at Spider-Man, trying to kill him, but then Mr. Fantastic and the Human Torch show up and stop Venom. So that was the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts about these books in the comments below. Let me know which issue you liked. What did you think of the first Carnage storyline? And let me know if you have these comics in your collection, or if you have issue 361, because I would love to buy 361, but that's a little out of my budget right now. So even if I get my hands on the True Believers version, I'd be satisfied with that. And maybe one day I will get the original. So anyways, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below, and I will catch you guys next time.